Hi everyone, it's Vicki. Welcome to my channel. And today I have another episode of Venus and Mars Go to the Movies. We saw one movie I'm going to talk about, and it is called Knock at the Cabin. Yeah, this one's taken me, we saw it yesterday, and my full plan was to come home, shoot a video right then, before I saw the movie. After I saw the movie, I said, there's no way I'm going to be shooting that then, and I probably won't even be able to shoot it the next day because it's just one of those movies that I needed to let it kind of simmer in my brain a little bit. And actually, it's a little bit of a movie I was worried I might have a little difficulty with. Yeah, sometimes movies bother me for a few days. This one actually didn't bother me as long as I thought it would. It did bother me last night, but not today. But anyway, let's just get to the premise of the movie first, and that is there's a family that are vacationing in a cabin on a lake, nice little, little nature setting, and then all of a sudden 4 strangers show up. And these strangers are armed. Now, they're not armed with guns, they're armed with what look like medieval tools. They almost look scarier than guns. Guns, it's over, These things, no, it looks like something they'd chop you up or something. But anyway, and these strangers are telling them that you have to make a decision, a very, very, very difficult decision, probably the most difficult decision a family would ever make, or a person would ever make, in order to avoid the apocalypse. So the movie's really about what people believe in, what they don't believe in, how they're influenced by internet, media, whatever. I'm going to stop. I'm not going to say too much more because I don't want to give away the movie. But basically, yeah, it's a very tough movie to watch. If I hadn't seen it, I'd be fine. I almost wish I hadn't seen it, sort of. I did not hate the movie. I don't want to say that. Jerry didn't like it. Okay, Jerry, that's the first thing Jerry said. When the movie was over, I looked at Jerry, he looked at me, and we never spoke at all during the movie. It had our attention the whole time, I have to say. I said, wow, and Jerry said, didn't like it. I didn't hate it exactly, but it's not my type of movie. The end is not completely clear. I guess some people would say, oh yeah, it's very clear, but I kind of took a gauge and talked to some other people when we were leaving the movie who had been there with us, so I could tell you it wasn't clear at least to the group I talked to. It's a tough movie to watch. It isn't as violent as I thought it was going to be, especially when I saw those horrible looking weapons. Because they're not focusing on just the violence. Obviously, the whole idea of an apocalypse is violent. And some of the things that happen, obviously, are violent. But it isn't a blood and gory movie like that you see in October, when they have all those movies out. It's not like that. It's not made for gore. I understand that the director of this movie makes odd and kind of scary movies. The whole movie starts out when they're just playing the credits and there's no actors or anything in it, with this kind of weird music and this background of doodling on maps and doodling on newspapers, it's just very eerie to start, and it really sets the mood. The characters are interesting in that they're not exactly what you think they are at first, but then they're more. I don't know, it's hard to explain without telling too much of the movie. I don't want to blow it for those who are interested in seeing it. But yeah, I did tell you the main premise of it, but you can read that anywhere. If you're going to go to the movie, it would tell you kind of the same thing I told you in the review or whatever. Not the review, the poster and the blurb that the movies put on their website. So yeah, it's about beliefs and non-beliefs, principles, preferences. Yeah, it touches on a lot of social things. I think it touched on them quite out there, for some people they might be a little more hidden. Just depends on your point of view, I think. So Yeah. Would I recommend the movie? No. If I was going to recommend a movie for you to see, I'd recommend the last one, 80 for Brady. It's funny, it's, interesting, that sort of thing. This one, I could not recommend it unless I knew you and I knew that this is a movie that you would like or wouldn't be upsetting. I think this movie could be upsetting to some people. Yeah, it's one of these that can kind of bother me, to stick with me. There's been a few movies like that in my life, and this, I thought this was going to, maybe I already said this, but I thought this was really going to be like that, but it wasn't, luckily. Thought about it last night, but it's not invading my thoughts today. It's just a movie. I'm able to move on. But yeah, it's kind of eerie, terrifying, scary, sad. Yeah. So, yeah, Jerry gives it a thumbs down because it is well made and there was some pretty good character development in it. I'm not going to give it a thumbs down, but I'm certainly not giving it a thumbs up. So if you go see the movie, please comment below what you thought about it without getting into any, real controversy. Yeah, just tell me what you think. All right, thanks for watching. Come back again.